We are live. You know, I guess we're good. It looks like everything's coming up great. Everything is
It's been fun.
moving good.
I'll see y'all later.
Yep, we're good. Internet, everything's looking good. Where are you going? Very annoying. Thank you for following me. Nice to see you in my stream tonight.
What are you doing?
Joining you. That's kind of help. Now I'm in this tiny little room by myself.
Still in here. Okay, so they got the bases. You know what I totally spaced? We gotta know where we're going to teleport to. Yeah.
We don't have the coordinates, do we?
No.
Fun.
I know, right?
Actually, it depends. Do you want them in the center of the room?
Settle down for a second.
Because we have 42, negative 39, 39, and negative 6 and 7.
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Outside of the room, where are we teleporting to?
You stay here.
Okay.
See if that. Well, that did the trick.
Yes, you're back to where we started. What is the coordinates on that island?
Oh, that's not the island.
You know what island I'm talking about.
I'm in the middle of the ocean. Alright. I found you. I'm coming. Give me a second. I am literally in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I need coordinates. Nothing coordinates.
I'm working on it. Can you give me a second? I'm still
Oh, a cunt. I need to know.
Okay, I'm coming to you.
Hey, no, I need the coordinates to the island.
I'm not at the island. I teleported myself to the middle of the freaking ocean. That's not the island either.
Is it? Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a little island, not the big island. Over.
Right there.
No, it's a little island. Got it.
Over there.
I believe so. No, that's not the right island.
I told you. I told you.
Turn around and go back. I thought you were right at the island you're supposed to be
This way. I'm following it to where
at. See? I should have known to get the damn coordinates while I was standing up there, right?
Should I just teleport back to you and then dig a hole up?
We can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Versus, yeah. But yes, hello. Let's drop a bunch of sand under here.
Fine.
Let's drop a bunch of sand out here.
I just came up to get the coordinates. Okay, so I need you to go to that command block.
Go to the command block, right? And find it if you're walking out. Right.
Now you're gonna go to, nope, just leave all that alone. Leave all that alone. Now you're gonna go over there. Does it say anything?
TP at P.
Okay, so go into it. It should be at the end, hit space. Are you at the end of it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're gonna go 66,
6.
space, 66, space, negative, 652.
Okay.
Okay, now leave that the way it is.
Does it need redstone?
Yes, just leave everything as it is, just back out of it. As long as you typed it in correct, it'll stay there.
Um,
Hang on. I gotta plug all this up anyway on my way out of it, but
what's up?
yeah, I know. Just chill out for a second, okay? Okay. Just a second. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed to see.
So we're putting like a floor over it, or
Yes. But we need the command block to stay where it is for right now.
Mm.
I just set it there for
how can I tell you?
put lights around it, and I still can't find it.
Here this way. Randy can't find it.
Isn't that funny? There it is. Okay, so it's gonna have to be filled in with sand.
So if I were to hold on. There's something I want to do. This way. Aha, now I can see however I want to be, right?
I'm trying.
Oh, it's not very sure.
That's okay. Alright. Okay, so this is gonna be. Don't worry, I'm gonna move the command block, but I need the coordinates. I need it to stay right where it is for the coordinates.
Which one did you use? The smooth?
Yes. And then I just put one out from the edges to give it a nice kind of Roman appeal, right? Roman bathhouse.
Does that mean I could make my Death Wish in the sky?
I guess. Okay, so just leave this here because I need the coordinates before we do another command block. Hang on, we gotta do the ceiling too. Switch to the slabs for the ceiling.
How about
And do you want to do a different stone for the ceiling?
the quartz block and the slab?
What?
I didn't get the quartz block and the slab. Well, I mean quartz.
What?
Did you do a regular quartz slab or the smooth quartz?
Well, I was asking, do you want to put a different color in there? Because we could do end stone, we could do the purpler block, we could do. I like the prismarine bricks, not the dark ones, but the
Regular one.
the light green ones. I like those.
Actually, that would look really cool.
Yeah. Do you want to do the green?
Yep.
Okay. So we'll do Gray's favorite.
I like the prismarine because if you get it in the right lighting, it changes color.
Yeah, not this one. This one is always green. The one with the Y in it. That's the one we're doing, right?
Oh, so it's the dark prismarine.
Yes, it's the dark prismarine that does the change.
That's my favorite.
I know, but it's too dark for what we're trying to do in here.
That doesn't mean I can't make my Death Wish in the sky.
Well, you can do whatever you want, as long as you don't make me finish it.
Why would I make you finish it? I mean, I was thinking about making a giant maze in the sky that you just like find by random chance
That would be cool.
and have it call it the Death Wish in sky. You know why I say that?
Why?
Because it'd be like a big old death arena where you have to fight your way through a bunch of stuff, but I'd make it worth your time.
Oops.
You know what I mean?
Yeah?
Is that bad?
No, not really, I think. Okay, so now we're gonna go just around the edge. It's the dog. Like this. Add a little dimension to the room, right?
Yeah, that guy wants to add dimension to the room. I think she has a little bit of dimension.
Haha, you're not that funny.
I almost said dementia, but I was like, that's bad.
I am not having dimension.
No, you just want it to be dimensional.
No, you just want it to look nice. That's
Okay.
why you do it like that. And we gotta light this bitch up. Okay, so how are we gonna do the rest of this?
No, okay, what do I do? Well,
I'm gonna have to dig into the wall or we can just have the non-playable character teleport you.
yeah,
So here's the question, how do we want to do this room?
I want to see something. So if we did like a filter box, we'd want it to be white so that way they can die, or do the undyed one.
Okay, but we can put that in a,
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. Hold on. So you have.
can actually put everything you want to be in the starter pack in that shulker box. I can do something really pretty cool for that.
Hold on.
We can make an unending chest where it just keeps popping back up so you can go.
Hold on. I'm thinking really hard about this. I need a minute.
So
Well, you wouldn't want armor until you found my sky thingies. So
Well, you'd want armor to begin with anyway. It tends to be armor and the weaponry.
okay, so we do Netherite for the armor. Because you said things like Lonnie, right?
Yeah, but she likes diamonds. You gotta give them something to work for, right?
True.
I mean, you can give them the templates and little side quest things, right?
Right.
Because you can set the non-playable characters up to give them things to do, and when they do it, they get something in return. So one of the things that Lonnie always wants is the elytra, so you set something up to make it not too easy to get the elytra. And you can have one of the non-playable characters have them go on a quest and bring them something back and then give them the elytra for it. It's a lot of command blocks and it's kind of a bitch, but it's possible.
Yep, I'm down. Actually, that way at least I'll have a little something to work for, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking of what.
Okay, so
You want to make sure they have a totem of them dying.
yeah. I've lost the concentration.
That might be a good one. Potion of slow falling.
You don't want to get too carried away.
There's one splash potion. That I put in there as a joke. Actually, a spyglass and a brush might be nice.
Okay.
And a map. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is that noise? Do you hear it?
Then
Okay, it's having small issues. That's why they did. Anyway. Hmm. I remember a kid. What would I want? You might also want a bed, but I would make it white so that way they can dye it.
well, you're gonna have a house pre-made for them, so just think about the basics. They're gonna what are they gonna need to start their adventure? That's the question, right?
Mm-hmm. So always give them a bottle of honey.
God, you're evil.
You didn't catch the joke. You said diamonds. You think 20 diamonds would be enough?
Well, what can you make with diamonds?
There's a lot you can make with diamonds.
Okay.
I know some torches or something else too. Honey. Mad when she doesn't have her torches.
Yeah, you should give them torches. But stop and think about this too. You gotta give them something for in the house. Give them stuff to find in chests. So you don't want to give it all to them right away.
Well, okay, I'd say the armor, a sword, a pickaxe, a axe.
A boat.
Okay, I can go with boat. Boat works. Oh, where did my little boat go? Find a beehive too. It's made with axes and terrible things. I can't find my fucking boat now.
I love you.
Hmm.
I love you. I love you.
Not making you good. Okay, so the question is, do we go with how do we do mangrove boat from?
Okay.
There's also cherry boat and bamboo raft. That's perfect. Give them a raft instead of no.
You.
Okay, so I have a helmet, a chest plate, leggings, shoes, a sword, an axe, a pickaxe, a shovel, a hoe, a map, a totem of undying, a brush, a spyglass, 20 diamonds, 64 torches, and a raft. Sound like a good little kit?
Sounds interesting.
What? Just to confuse them.
Oh, like that's not gonna be confusing enough. What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, no, no, no. It'll get even more confusing. Pick a color.
Cyan.
Okay. That's not going to be confusing. All right.
You're just not being nice at all.
I'll confuse them even more. What is one thing I can confuse everybody with?
I don't know.
Hey, Granny.
Okay.
You made it. You made it out of here. No, was that not pretty?
You're funny.
Well, it's in their starter kit. Now they can celebrate.
Okay. What else are we gonna put? Okay, so if we're gonna do the starter kit, I've got to find my green notebook because it has all of the commands for that in it. What else do you want to put in here?
Like,
I'm not talking about the starter kit, I'm talking about in the room.
you got a craft table in here, huh?
Well, I put that down because I needed it to make rows.
I know we need a non-playable character back here.
Yes, or two.
I was thinking two, because that way they can pop.
Because I can put the treasure chest right here.
Well, because you made it look really, really Roman.
But there's going to be a chest right here that you open and you can get the stuff that's in here.
Have you seen it yet? You tell me I'm not being nice. You know, you never told me I had to play nice.
Okay, so this is where you're going to spawn. Right here.
Okay. Hopefully you don't get an annoying human being like me.
Alrighty then. I guess I'll be right back. Oh, I can't die. Fuck.
That moment Granny says fuck on stream. You can't die. This woman does not know how to die. She doesn't realize we have created.
Hang on a second, you're not in creative right now.
I fell in a hole.
Fell in a hole.
Fell in a hole.
That's kismet. That is so very kismet.
Hi Chris, how are you doing tonight? Oh man, I can't stop laughing. I fell in a hole.
Well, I just dug no less, that I told you I needed to put command blocks down.
I'm stuck in your command block holes.
I'm just making sure the world spawn worked. That's why I'm. Oh wait, I could have just done this really easy too.
Did you see my SOS to your world?
Alright, hey, there we go. Alright, now we can go back in.
Is that enough SOSs for you?
Okay, well, the world spawn is set, and that's the right coordinate.
Ooh, I can't stop laughing. I fell in a hole.
Oh my god, you're being goofy. Okay, so what else are we putting in the room? You know, there's something I kind of want to do that would be cool.
We're gonna do that.
Do a fish tank.
Fish tanks.
Well, it's under a fireplace. What else are you gonna make it? I mean, a fish tank makes it look more inviting. Right?
Right. I took Granny.
So, what do you think? Which wall? Which wall?
If I had to pick, it'd be this wall.
What wall?
Actually, this wall over here, the one that I'm destroying on accident.
Okay.
I just cannot see.
Keep a hold of that shulker box.
I don't know what shelter box you're talking about.
You just like being impossible, don't you?
I think if you turn around, you'll laugh.
Yeah, it's behind me. Oh, that wasn't funny.
That is funny.
Okay, so. Yeah, she's mad, so she tuned out.
No, I'm just playing with Chris.
Yeah.
He said I'm physically okay, but mentally I'm not. I'm also at work tonight.
Oh, honey. Take a deep breath and call me when you get off tomorrow or when you get up tomorrow.
Oh, here we go.
How far back do you think I should go?
Microphone, blue snowball. I'm a dork. I didn't even realize we didn't have any audio.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it? But, yes, just call Granny when you get off tomorrow. When you get up tomorrow, she will. She is always happy to talk to you.
Did you fix your audio problem?
Yes, I did. Shut up. I told you I was having technical difficulties. It's been forever since I've done this.
Yes, technical difficulties. Okay, so...
Now I gotta go check that again. It's okay. It is going to be okay. So he said, I don't know what to do. Have a great stream tonight.
Oh, honey.
Thank you. We love you. What? Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
Right way.
Oh, it's a baby little astronaut. Come here, baby. Can I pet you? I want to pet you.
So, about that thing you were trying to get me to talk about earlier.
Which one?
When it comes to music, right, it's all subjective. And what I don't like, other people do like. That's why it's there, right?
Right.
And while I may have a personal preference, that doesn't take away from what this person is doing. And you know me, when it comes to music, I'm Switzerland. Yes, I have the groups that I like, and I get introduced to a lot of new music, and some of it I like and some of it I don't.
Well, you know, I was trying to get you to talk about it.
Yeah, but it's okay. There's just certain things that I won't get into.
I know, but...
And that's because, well, they're out there doing what everybody wishes they could do. So there's no shame in their game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So Chris said, I'm here, I'm trying to mentally get right.
Can he hear us now?
Yes, he can.
Call me.
He's at work right now.
I know. Just call me when you get the chance.
Hey, there's another thing we could talk about too.
But that's the thing, Ray, is that with you going into what you're going into, you're going to have to learn that if it doesn't directly involve you or affect you, it's none of your damn business.
Yeah, that I do understand.
And that's, it's just how it is. And when you learn to do that, your life becomes a much happier place.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to separate yourself from the rest of it. That's why, I know you've been reading that book, and it says that you basically have to be two people.
He says more cowbell.
More cowbell. But you basically have to be two people because you have your personal life, which has nothing to do with your business life. And then you have the persona that you have as in your business.
Yeah.
And well, the one beautiful thing about it is that if you're shy in your real life, that other person can be more outspoken. And it's like it's not you. I mean, think about it. I am like horribly shy. I don't like talking to people. I am like, I will stand there and be quiet and be completely content. But doing what I did for, God, it's going on 14 years now. It's fucking crazy to think. But I've come out of my shell a lot. I have no problem walking up to people that people are like, oh my God, you talk to them. Well, yeah, they're human, aren't they?
Who isn't?
So there's a lot that comes with it that's good and helps you grow. So yeah. Just remember, don't get caught in the fucking bullshit.
I'm slowly learning that now.
Well, like these groups you talk about. I get it. A lot of groups suck. But you need to be able to weed out the ones that are going to be beneficial to you and the ones that you need to just get out of. Because some of them, they just want to bitch about shit. And others are actually productive.
Goodness.
Hey,
You know,
Go ahead.
I can't believe what that indie game development group I was a part of.
Well, it happens in all of them, honey.
Well,
it
it's
really
like-
does.
Okay, if you have 30 games released and they're not selling, the question is, what is your marketing like?
Well, of course, that's always the question, isn't it?
It is. Like, it goes for any industry. You gotta know how to market yourself, right?
Yes, you do. And what's the hardest thing in this world to market?
You.
Yes. So where do most people fall short?
That's a difficult one.
Huh?
That's a difficult one.
No, it's actually quite easy.
Okay.
It's in not being able to market themselves. I mean, let's be honest here. How the hell are people selling $10,000 beds that nobody really needs? Explain that one to me. Like, so much so that there were 5 franchises in 5 different states.
You have to be a damn good salesman to do that.
Yeah. How do you sell records?
You gotta be a damn good salesman to do that.
You're selling your brand.
So, tell me. And I actually feel like this is something I really just want to bring up because I have a research paper due 3 weeks from now on it. So, if that is the case.
No.
Wow, she tells me no. I give a. My heart's been broken. It's so far broken, it's not even funny.
No.
Good.
That's definitely no.
Good.
Okay, what?
I will never ask my question then.
Okay, good. That was a nice thought, I guess.
Okay. So, you do know that Capcom was the first to break into the whole survival horror genre, right?
No.
I didn't know that.
What was the first survival horror game I ever played? If you don't count when everything died in my fucking Sims Safari.
That was probably the worst horror I've ever seen you go through.
Oh God, I was so sad. I had the most beautiful safari park and it just was dead. Everything was dead. But go ahead.
I can't Stop laughing now.
Well, what was the first one I played?
I don't remember.
Resident Evil.
You know, it's funny, that is actually the first survival horror game that was deemed the survival horror genre.
Well, that was the first one I ever played. And then that snowballed into the rest of them that I started playing.
Oh, did I tell you? Don't play Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey with those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's all you're gonna say.
So, I've learned which kid has the biggest temper.
Leilani.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Why would I tell you don't play that game with her?
Oh, honey, why do you think we don't play that game?
Because they get so mad at how do you move this guy around and...
Oh no, they start tormenting each other. You haven't seen the worst of it.
I have not.
That's okay.
You may or may not like my colors.
They are siblings, you know.
True. True.
At least it wasn't like my siblings. Oh, let's see if you can fly.
I don't think I could handle that.
Oh, it was fun and I was so game for it. And when I almost got hit by the car in the fucking school, I was like, let's do it, because I was like stupid too. And well, that was quite the lesson in centrifugal force.
You
I
concern
totally
me.
thought I could do it. Turns out I couldn't.
You concern me.
Why?
You just think about it.
You know, it wasn't that bad. And I used to do the stupid. I mean, come on, we used to play the death tag. That's like not normal. And you tell people that, and they're like, "You did what?" It's like, what?
You guys hear that? Granny's in the death tag.
My brothers created that game, and we had the perfect house for it. And nobody ever got hurt. Hell, while we used to do parkour around our house. That's what it was. It was fucking crazy parkour.
I have a really odd question for you.
Okay.
So, is there a way to, when they hit a certain area, change the mode of the game for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like if you build an arena, you can actually set it up to send out and to collect, and to do like a scoreboard for it, for how many you killed to get a reward at the end of it.
Well,
Yeah, you can set that all up through command blocks.
I have this little area at the end of the island,
Mm-hmm.
like on a little area part that's just this giant dome looking thing. I was thinking about going a little bit higher than that in the sky and actually making it to where you have to go in there, get your armor and stuff, and then teleport to the arena in the sky. That's like a maze and you have to like fight through mobs and shit.
Okay, have fun on that one.
Make it so that you have to team it.
That's a lot of commands I don't know, but have fun.
I'll figure it out.
Sometimes finding commands are fucking like pulling teeth. Seriously, some of them are, and some of them don't work at all. And then you gotta stop and think about the fact that they just, they're about to do another update. So mad about the fucking armadillo. Not really, but I think they threw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they made it so that the only way to get armor for your dog was to get the armadillo. So automatically, what is everybody gonna go for?
The armadillo.
The armadillo.
Because they want the cool stuff for their dog.
Yeah, and I get that, but it feels like it was thrown because nothing else gave you anything. So it was like, oh, here you can have a penguin, a crab, or the armadillo and get armor. A lot of people got really upset enough about it to do a petition, and they've got over 500,000 signatures to tell them to stop doing that shit.
Oh, they should just put new mobs in every freaking year.
Everybody wanted the penguin.
You sure about that? Did you want the penguin, Mom?
I voted for the penguin. The only one of us that voted for the armadillo was Rowan. So how do you like your kid's conqueror name? I think it's adorable.
I think so too. That was freaking great.
So anyhow, we like totally missed Halloween.
We did
Had a whole thing for Halloween planned out.
75, 170. We did.
I probably got a bunch of people mad at me. Nobody wants to admit a unicorn's really a rhinoceros. Ha ha ha.
That was funny.
I thought that was cool. So, but do you want to touch on the subject that we were going to talk about for Halloween? Because I still think it was really cool.
Yeah, we can.
The whole thing about Vlad.
Vlad the Impaler.
Do you want to, take it from there?
Hold on.
Like the history of Vlad?
I don't remember all the history of Vlad.
Well, Dracula's castle isn't really Dracula's castle. Whose castle is it?
Vlad the Impalers.
Vlad the Impalers. So he was a Romanian emperor, right?
Right.
Was he an emperor?
I thought he was a conqueror, but...
Well, now you got me all confuzzled.
She
Confused me.
I confuse everyone.
Okay. Now, where is it?
Hey, Granny, I typed butt.
But
To spell a button, and I
you want to hand me my other glasses?
Darn it. How do you put the button on top of it, don't you?
You can put the button anywhere on it.
Why won't it let me put the button?
Kneel down.
Here we go. Oh, that works.
Okay. See, I can't read without my other glasses. I am technically blind, you know.
I'm glad to hear she's blind, guys. 'Cause I'm blind too without my glasses.
I'm blind as a bat. Can I have my black glasses case? Hang on. We're getting to the bottom of this because I'm like, she's like threw me for a loop and I'm having a brain fart.
A massive brain fart.
Yes. One of my favorite stories and it just went out my head.
It's good.
He was a voivode of Wallachia. Okay, but so what did he do? Do you remember?
Not off the top of my head.
He killed thousands of people, and he would put their head on spikes outside of his castle to scare other people off, and he was said to drink the blood of children. He was like a very notorious child killer, along with everybody else that he killed. But so we already know that he was the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, another little piece of the myth just became public knowledge, and that was that, I cannot remember what the name of the disease is, but Vlad actually suffered from a disease that made him cry blood, which is one more piece to the puzzle of the vampire, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
So I don't know what's creepier, the fact that it was actually based on a real human being that just seems supernatural. I mean, do you think that he seems supernatural because people couldn't fathom the degree of ferociousness he showed towards people? Do you think that's what it was, is that they just couldn't understand that? Or
Yeah. I mean, would you be able to understand something like that?
no. I can't even step on a fucking bug, let alone think about killing millions of people, so no. I mean, hell, I apologize to the virtual reality cows when I kill them. Right?
She does. She totally does. It's hilarious.
So no, that is not something I will ever understand, but you know, okay, like think about King Arthur. What was something that everybody knows about King Arthur?
He was Arthurian?
I love you and your dorkiness, I really do. Okay, the story of King Solomon plays out with another person. Who is it?
King Arthur?
King Arthur. King Arthur is told by a witch that his son will be the one to kill him. And so he, or no, it wasn't Solomon, it was the Moses story. He basically has all of the children taken from their parents, all of the male babies taken from their parents, and puts them out on an island to die. And Morgana, who is the mother of the son that kills him, is like, nah, that ain't gonna be my son, and floats him down the river. And then he comes back later on and kills his father.
The most fucked up stories are always in history.
Well, okay, but stop and think about this. If you were a king, how much work would it be if people didn't fear you? And these stories are created to make you more fierce than you really are, right? The more people feared you, the less they fucked with you. Right?
Yeah, kind of sounds like somebody else I know.
Well, okay, where's one place that nobody fucks with? And every time they do, they're like, nah, man, you done fucked up this time.
Jerusalem?
What? Jerusalem. And why is that?
I'm on the spot.
Because Jerusalem has the most badass army in the world, basically. So everybody that's gone in there to conquer them has ended up getting their asses whomped.
They have, haven't they?
Yes, they have. It was worse than what the emus did.
The emus. The emu. Isn't that just a form of bird?
Yes, it is. and Australia claimed or declared war on the emus like 3 times, and the emus won every time. What does that tell you? Look it up, real shit, guys. I ain't fucking kidding here. Emos are evil.
You mean emus, not emos.
Emus. Emus. That's like when your sister was going through her emo stage. I used to call her the emu.
Oh god.
Are you emotional? I got it. I was like that.
Fucking emos are dangerous.
They are. They're evil little bastards. You just don't know it.
Oh god, I can't get over the fact that you called them emos, not emu.
I didn't mean to. It was a
Your
Freudian slip.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. Hey everybody, this woman's gonna be the death of me.
Yeah, well, not if you kill me first. Okay, there. What is that? Okay. Okay, so there's fishes. Oh, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. Whoops. I don't think it would have worked out. I had to keep digging.
I don't know how to take that. You're just called emus emos. Oh,
Well, you know what's the thing that is slightly more frightening than that?
what?
That they actually cornered off part of the island and just said, here you go. It's the Komodo dragons.
Oh, that's right, because aren't they deadly to humans?
Oh yeah, and they're mean as fuck. And they eat you while you're still alive. And it's not just one of them eating you. And not only that, but their saliva has a lot of toxins in it, so yeah.
It's full of interesting facts.
Well, think about it. They did straight up just block off part of the island and said, it's all yours.
So which one would you not fuck with more, the Komodo dragon or the emus?
You know, it's one thing I definitely would not fuck with.
What?
The goddamn cassowary. That thing at the zoo was eyeballing me and batting its eyelashes at me and had its tongue sticking out. It was tasting the air like, should I jump it this time? Are you the one I'm gonna eat? I was like, nah, fuck that shit.
Cassowaries.
Cassowaries. Cassowaries are known to attack people. They're vicious little fuckers. They're beautiful birds. That's probably why they get them. They like lull them with their fucking feathers. Look, it's a pretty day.
Oh, man. Seeing a Lycan picture. Okay. I told you my little I want to make a zombie game idea. It'd be fucking hilarious to have a zombie cassowary now. Just have it bat its little eyelashes at
Oh
you.
god, that thing is so scary. You know, I was all like, oh, it's pretty. I want to reach out and pet it. And then I read the thing and it said it kills people. I'm like, fuck you, you little asshole. And it was only me it was following. I was like, dude, I'm not, I'm old, I'm tough. You don't want me.
Take my grandchildren. They're more gainy.
I'm just mad. Them birds are creepy though.
We promise there were no kids hurt in the making of this stream tonight.
You know, I wish they hadn't taken Jim to Florida. Jim was the silverback at the zoo from the time I was a kid.
Aw,
You guys used to go see Jim.
I remember.
Yeah, he's the one that freaked everybody out.
I would go and bang on the glass.
Oh, dude, it was fucking hilarious. There was a bunch of people there that day, and he was just not happy. He was not having it because they were being idiots and banging on the glass. And I've been going to see this gorilla since I was a kid, so I've seen some of his fun antics. And My kids were standing there, and he runs over to the glass and he starts pounding on it, and the whole thing is just shaking, and everybody scatters. I have never seen any place in the zoo clear out so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm. Just some of the craziest things that happen.
But him and the baby are in Florida. Well, the baby's not a baby anymore, but
Aww.
yeah, that came up the other day in my memories. That picture with me with him in the background,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh,
How about that bear that was batting her eyelashes at you?
that was a cassowary. It's a bird."
I was talking about the other bear that was like posing. And
Oh, the grizzly.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just used to people. But yeah, that was cute.
That fucking cassowary. It kills people.
Yeah. Its favorite treat is human eyeballs.
No.
I'll take my chance with the maned wolf, thank you.
The what?
With the maned wolf. It looks like a fox on stilts. They're the craziest but coolest looking things. So, what do you think's going on that an anglerfish washed up on shore?
What?
Yeah. Recently, an anglerfish washed up on shore.
Something has to be affecting the deep sea if it's doing that.
Well, okay. It could be several things, but we do know that anything that lives that deep, the only time we see it at the surface is if it's dead or dying,
So,
such as with the oarfish, that nobody's ever seen an oarfish in its natural habitat.
I like cuttlefish.
Yes, but they're not really that cuddly.
I know.
I'm just kidding anyway, but yeah. But so the anglerfish coming up, my question is, why isn't anything eating it before it got up there?
Is it possible that everything can detect that it's sick?
Yeah, a lot of times, but then again, goldfish and stuff will eat other fish that have ick and get ick themselves, so...
Okay, so let's stop and think about it. We were also talking about radiation not that long ago, so it could also be a fact of radiation.
Yeah, it could have something to do with Fukushima. It very well could, because we don't know the extent that it leaked into the ocean,
Exactly.
and we're starting to see more deep sea fish coming up.
Exactly. So it's possible it's from Fukushima. It could also be that there's an overabundance of radiation somewhere that we are unaware of.
It could also be plastics.
Good point. 'Cause plastic will do that shit too.
Yeah, microplastics can, yeah.
Well, let's face it. The Earth is dying.
No. There's a difference. It's not dying, we're killing it.
Oh, I know.
There's a difference in it just dying and us actually actively killing that which gives us life. Right?
Right.
Which is basically what we're doing. And in the process, killing ourselves.
Well, just think. When the honeybee dies, we go shortly behind it.
Nah. That's when some fancy company that's already been working on them, and the reason they were working on them is that they found that bee venom actually kills cancer cells. So they were working on these little nano bees that carried bee venom that are supposed to specifically target cancer cells and inject them with the bee venom to kill them. And then they would basically just be flushed out of your system. So if they're already working on these nanobots that are doing that, you think that we're going to go beeless?
No. We need the bees.
And well, they're over exaggerating. Yes, it would be a bitch, but it would open up a whole other field of work to people because you can hand pollinate just about anything.
Look at you. You and your hand pollination.
Yeah, I know. That's how you crossbreed plants, is by hand pollinating them. And well, I only did a couple of the flowers. The bees did the rest of it. I just strategically planted them so that they would get cross-pollinated.
Okay.
That's using the bees to your advantage because you know they're going to go flower to flower. So if you put the ones you want cross-pollinated next to each other, they're definitely going to get cross-pollinated. Right?
Right.
The surprise was the ones I had across the yard getting cross-pollinated with the reds and the ones in the front yard. That was something I wasn't expecting.
That was a lot of fun, though.
Oh, that was. Except for that year with the Miller moths.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ, that was scary.
Talk about a heart attack and a fucking plant.
And the aliens and the locust seeds.
That was great. You showed the kids that the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It came up the other day.
Fair warning, everybody. Gardening is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, it's not. You know, it's funny though, in all the years I've gardened, I've never been stung by a bee.
That's actually highly impressive, wow.
A little asshole wasp tried to sting me. It got me a little bit, but yeah, no, because they're not interested in me. And eventually, if they stick around your garden, they learn that you're tending to what they're trying to collect, so they leave you alone.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. It was like with Big Mama. Fucking snake used to fucking fuck me up all the goddamn time. I'd be reaching for a goddamn weed and there's a head of a snake right by my hand. I'm like, hi, how you doing?
And she's just like, hello there. I like you.
She did let me pet her once. Big Mama, for those of you that don't know, was a 6-foot garter snake that used to live in my front yard under the porch, but would always be in my garden.
I will never forget every time it would rain. That was the scariest thing I've ever experienced.
Oh, it was cool. You can always tell a rainstorm is coming by your snakes because they go fast. They go, you see like 5 snakes go back to the hole, you're like, yep, it's gonna be a doozy.
You're just like, snake. Snake, snake, snake.
I'm like, wait a second, that's like the 3rd snake I've seen in the last 5 minutes. I think it's time to go in.
Mm-hmm. I remember that one time we watched like, how many? Like 20 of them go underneath the porch. We were like,
It was breeding season, it was the babies. But yeah, it was cool.
I'll never forget when we found the praying mantis egg sac
Yeah,
in the nuthatch.
yeah.
You know we have like 20 blue jays that live around here, right?
Mm-hmm. I plan on befriending the crows. I am. I'm going to have a murder of crows, damn it.
You know, I almost
And I'm
brought...
going to teach them to talk and freak everybody out. Hey, asshole, pick up your litter. Oh, dude.
That'd scare a lot of people. They'd be like, what the fuck did that bird just tell me?
Well, wouldn't that be great though?
Oh, dude.
Because, okay, we do know that the druids used to train them to talk and that they are capable of mimicking human languages. Okay, so they would teach the crows to talk and they would sit on top of their house and they would take care of the crows and they would tell them who was coming. oh, so-and-so's coming to visit you, so you could go hide if you didn't want to see him or some shit. Or, hey, there's some dude, I have no clue who this is, and he looks kind of mean, is coming.
You know, I actually had an injured one that I used to walk by every time I'd go to work.
I know. That was such a sad thing.
Yeah, my other one got hit by a car. And I wanted to cry.
I pissed the ones off over by our apartment.
How?
I took their dinner from them.
What dinner?
Oh, I was sitting on the balcony reading, and all of a sudden I see this flurry in the air, and I look over, and there's like 3 crows, and one of them clips the wing of this pigeon that's desperately trying to get away from him, and the pigeon just dive bombs. Poof, poof. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So I go run down there to see if this pigeon is still alive. And I was like, okay. And the crows were just sitting in the tree yelling at me like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I was like, what the hell just happened? And I didn't, yeah. So I took their dinner from them. It died anyway. I should have just let them eat it.
I guess Granny doesn't understand. Like I don't. You can't save everything, Mom.
I know that. I know.
I want to cry because that crow that I walked with to work, he was my bud.
You forget I got into a fight with the insurance guy about how green sunflowers are not a fire hazard and that I always clip them down after they die. And then I called him an asshole, like, cut my fucking sunflowers down.
She totally did too. I remember she was so pissed the day we had to cut the sunflowers down.
Well, you know what happened when we cut the sunflowers down?
What happened?
The ecosystem that was created in my garden died. And there was a whole ecosystem going on in there.
She wants to save the ecosystem.
Well, you know what? Ecosystems can be very small. You can have a whole ecosystem inside one of your houseplants.
Very
It was
true.
just something that I cultivated over years and years and years, and everything worked in perfect harmony, right?
Right.
So it was very sad because things changed after that. Nothing was ever the same.
Right.
But we did get new things to the garden.
We did.
My snakes left, and we got praying mantis.
Yeah, sadly, your mud daubers left too, and we ended up with a bunch of black widows.
No, there were still mud daubers. They came back like the year after. But yeah, if you see mud daubers, leave them the fuck alone because they will keep your house free of spiders during the winter.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't fuck with them, they don't sting you.
And if you do fuck with them, their stings really hurt.
You know, it was the worst part of the season.
What?
Fucking June bugs.
Oh my god.
First time I'd ever seen a June bug in my life was when we moved up to Bennett. And I was out back with Z and Dave. And something flew into my hair and then started freaking out. And my hair was really long at the time, so I'm like, what the fuck? And it was tangling itself in my hair, and I couldn't get it out. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then something bounced off my forehead.
Report back to zero. Fast
My
forward
dog
China.
just burped. Did you hear that? Hey, honey, I guess the bug really likes you. But yeah, I mean, like,
June bugs are horrible.
I remember when Luna,
Yes.
Luna
I
and
love
the June
that dog.
bugs.
She would stay out back half of the night killing them, and then they'd be gone by morning because the birds would eat them all.
That was just great. I hate June bugs. I hate June bugs. I think we all hate June bugs.
No, no, they're actually pretty cool looking as long as, and they have the coolest defense mechanism. Oh, something touched me, I'm dead. And they like literally die for like 5 minutes. They just like go into this stiff state where they don't move. I gave one to Sokka, he got pissed off after he smacked it once.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's like extremely funny. What pissed him off about it?
Stop moving.
It stopped moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we want to anger stock it, just stop moving, huh?
Well, he doesn't like play with a lot of stuff or catch a lot of stuff, so yeah, if it stops moving, he loses interest real fast. But he's also the one that'll pull the legs off of something so it can't move.
That sounds about right. You okay, Hope? Hold on. Get either up or down. Come on, up or down. Okay, you're making a mess. Come on. Up, up. Freaking dog. I love her.
However,
Love the crazy little dog. Love the crazy
so
little
do I even want to go out there and see this?
See what? My monstrosity?
Well, you definitely got ruined.
Hold on. I ain't even done yet.
I'm just saying, you definitely got ruined.
Just wait.